going on, guys? I just wanted to give you a little quick tip, DIY hack. Probably aimed more towards like my budget build type of guys, which that is me as well. But anytime I build a car, I always, every single time, anything that has to do with the battery, from the ground cables, the grounds to the engine, from the battery to the alternator, the battery to the starter, battery to the fuse box, every single time, I always do new cables, new cable ends, everything, just to get out of the way, that we know everything's good. As we know, anybody that's built cars, done wiring, knows that wire stock on its own is pretty expensive. And I, quite frankly, don't want to pay that. So a little hack that I've been doing forever is you can pick up a half decent pair of jumper cables. We'll say they have all different sizes. This is a cheap one. I think this was a 4 gauge, maybe. I don't remember. I'd have to check, but a 8 gauge, right? And this is a full copper one, and there is a set that is like I think it's aluminum clad, but honestly I think these were sub $10, and you can literally cut these off, cut them all off. You can get some crimp ends. I typically don't like to do a crimp end. I like to use welding lug leads, and what I'll do is I will fill the end of this with some solder and some flux, and I will melt it, and I will stick my end in to my desired length of my car. And I've been doing it that way for years. It's actually currently on this car, this was once a jumper cable. All the grounds were once jumper cables originally, but I just thought it was a little hack. I mean, obviously measure it to what you need, and do as you please. Just a little hack, save some money. Instead of paying $60-70 on a wire setup, you could just buy a set of jumper cables and do a little DIY and make the world go around. So pretty much all I did was took the clamps, had to drill out a little press rivet right there, popped them out, and cut off the cable connector that was into the clamp, and then split them. They are connected. You can leave them connected if you're running a long length, but I just score down in between the wires with a razor blade, not all the way through, just lightly, and pull them apart. And you have some good battery cable you can use, and if you mess up, you can just buy another pair and still be under cost. This is my setup. I have my wire that I'm going to use for a small ground. I have some solder. I have some flux paste. So basically what I'll do is I'll drop some of these here. I just cut these up small so they fit kind of better in there. And I will take a bit of flux. One hand, it's not going to be greatest, but you get the idea. It's kind of a lot, but better than none. And then I will heat this and wait for it to melt. And once I see that the solder has melted, I will take my wire end and I will stick it in, and I will wait for it to cool, and then I'll repeat for the other side. Highly recommend using a MAP gas torch. Small lighters and stuff, or even just a propane torch would work, but anything big, make it a lot faster. I do recommend heating the bottom, not the top, because it will flame up. But as soon as you see the solder start to sink down, oh, that's cool. Get it up with the torch till it was liquid, and I stuck my lead end right into the lug. As you can see, a little bit spilled out, but we'll wait for this thing to solidify, cool down a bit, and make sure it's on there good, and then we'll move on to the next side. You have a battery ground, orientate it to whatever you need. Obviously I got to clean up a little fill in the solder, but another thing that I not only recommend, that I almost want to require, is that you do put heat shrink, from here to here, covering this gap on both sides. I'm currently not showing you that only because I ran out of the correct size that I need for this piece. So, but you get the idea. I mean, worst comes to worst, you can wrap it with electrical tape, but I mean, highly recommend the heat shrink. But this is pretty simple. It will go to my negative post here on the terminal when I get it, because I forgot, and it will go right here. Obviously, make sure you clean all your grounds, make sure you get good grounds, and you know, that will go there to there. One of those deals, but you get it. A cheap DIY budget build hack